What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are coming to you live from two different places, but we are always joined together as one per usual. Francesca, how are we feeling today?
Feeling great. I made it to New Orleans in one piece.
Thank God.
Which is great. And happy to be down here. Happy to see the excitement, the energy.
Can you feel the energy already?
Yeah, definitely. It's already crowded. I mean, it's Tuesday. We're recording right now. So it's still pretty early for a lot of the fans and crowds and everybody to be here. But we got the dozen tonight, which is going to be a ton of fun, and everybody's going to be down here. And then I'm just sitting in a lovely conference room in a hotel.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, really, just absolutely stunning. No, I came down. You know what? I just always forget to pack them, and I should really bring them, especially when we stay in hotels, is slippers. Because I was like, first of all, just when the bathroom light in a hotel just shocks you, just like shocks you.
I know exactly what you mean.
This morning I was shocked. I said, I have to do something about this immediately. And I went to Sephora and I got some self-tanner and some other things. So I'm sitting like in my self-tanner right now. And I was like, I got the express, I was like, I'll let it sit for a couple hours. Then I'll shower before the dozen, be ready to go. And then I was like, oh my God, I got to go down to the conference room. But I'm like, I don't want to put my socks and sneakers back on. So now I'm barefoot underneath the table, but I did have to put my socks and sneakers on to get down here.
That is why you need slippers.
Exactly.
Look at these slippers I'm wearing right now. Hold on. I'm lifting my foot in the air. Lime green.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
Some lime green slippers. No, I feel you. The shock of looking in the mirror in the winter and in bad lighting.
Oh, the hotel fluorescent bathroom light just killed me.
And I sat in the sun today for, I don't know, 4 hours. Obviously I had my sunscreen on. Yes. I didn't get a lick of tan. Like, honestly, like, it's crazy how pale I still am. It's going to take a couple days, It's going to take a couple days to come back to life with how pale I've been this winter.
Yeah. And it's warm, but it's still winter. So like the UV is not that, sometimes the UV isn't that strong.
It's still like 80 degrees, but yeah, the UV is not as strong.
Yeah.
But I just have to say, I got to give a shout out to all the moms out there, all the dads that bring their little babies through an airport, travel, you know what I mean? Shout out to you guys because you're not getting enough credit. You're just not, okay? Yesterday, I helped my sister take Luca on the plane for the first time through the airport. Let me tell you, I got this baby in one arm. I'm lifting up the bags in the other because my sister, she's dealing with the stroller because I have no idea how to work a stroller. So she's dealing with the stroller. I got Luca in my arm going through security. I'm trying to pick up my bags with the other arm, trying to get our laptops, our electronic devices back into the bag. He's flailing around. I look like a bad mother at that point. You know what I mean? Somebody's probably taking a picture from the side. Look at this mother holding her baby wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, but he got through. He got through and he made it onto the plane. And
how was the ride?
Not good. Not good. I'll be honest, I don't think Luca loved the plane. My sister did everything she possibly could. Got the headphones, got the whole thing. He was ripping them off. He didn't want anything to do with them. Tried to get him to look out the window. He didn't want to do that. It's hard. He's a baby. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, where am I? Why am I on this plane? So yeah, he didn't have a great time. He did not. And therefore, my sister did not have a lovely time either. Yeah. But making it out on the other side, it was a good experience. And we made it here. And that's all that matters. And Luca was very excited to see Grandma and Papa, not realizing what he had just been through on that plane ride,
Yep. Exactly. And it's just a good escape. A good way to just...
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking gorgeous here. Like if you guys could see what I'm looking at right now, I'm not going to flip the whole laptop, but it's fucking beautiful here. It's going to be delightful. But man, shout out to all the moms out there. Seriously, you are not given enough credit. You just are not, and I really have to give you guys that credit. Especially if you're somebody who travels a ton with babies. Oh my God, I can't even imagine having multiple. I can't have a multiple going on a plane.
That is so true. That is so true. And especially when they're actually able to like walk on their own.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Who knows where they're gonna go?
Who knows? Who freaking knows? But yeah,
gotta keep them corralled.
All in all, you got to do it eventually, you know?
Yes, definitely. But yeah, no, we're enjoying our time. It's just really the beginning. There's not too much to report on from just getting to our destinations. It is funny that when I do travel for work things and you're not here, I just don't do anything. I just don't see anybody. I just don't interact with anyone. I've had 2 meals by myself now. I don't send a single text to like, hey, like you guys who's getting lunch? Like, I'm like, you know what? I went downstairs to the hotel bar, had my dinner last night, came back up. Today I ran my errands. I went by a nice cafe. I said, I'll sit down. I'll have some lunch. Had a nice chicken sandwich, walked back to the hotel.
Are you like, hey guys, I'm here? You know?
I see people in the lobby and they're like, "Oh, Fran, I forgot you. I forgot you were coming." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here."
Hey, shoot me a text tonight for dinner.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here." That's why I was joking, because Gia and Kelly are going to be down here. They're not here yet, and I was like, whatever you guys have got planned, just shoot me a text. I'm around.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Don't forget about little old me. Unless you're doing Battle of the Paddles.
Yes,
in which you are booked and busy.
Look, I am busy Wednesday night. Yes, I was posting the stories last night. Got some funny reactions from people of they were like, "This is quite the group of people." Now, I did not know. Shock to me. I don't know. Some things have moved around. There was a different name involved before, but then Pilot Pete's name jumped in there, and I was like, "Oh my God! Of course." I hope I'm playing with him. We'd be a. I feel like he is good at ping pong.
If I can root for one team, it would be for you and Pilot Pete to be together. And if he is anything like season 2 Traders, then he knows what he's doing with ping pong,
Right.
If he's good at all games, you never know. But I hope you guys are paired up. If they know what they're doing, they'll pair you 2 up.
Yeah. It would make the most sense.
It would. And that might be only because you 2 know each other, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Familiar face.
I think he might be. I was trying to think if I don't know what what team he's a fan of. I want to say Cowboys just because he seems like a Cowboys fan, that he would just pick the Cowboys, Should
I look it up? Deep dive. Yeah. What is Pilot Pete's fandom?
We just asked, hey Siri,
who is
my phone's actually going to do what I think. Oh, there we go.
I'm looking it up. Who is Pilot Pete a fan of?
Right, because I got to work on my trash talk.
You should find out if he ever actually dated Ekin-Su.
Yeah, that'd be my first question on air.
Yeah.
So Pete,
or just behind air.
What if Barb is there supporting him?
I'd be starstruck even more than everybody else that'll be involved.
This wasn't an easy Google search.
No,
I have to be completely honest.
I was going to say, I don't think it's easy to find.
He was a guest on Seahawks Talk.
Oh, he might be a Seahawks fan.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Peter is an avid Seahawks fan.
Avid. Okay, sorry, Pete. He's an avid
and you
Seahawks
just
fan.
threw that Cowboys fandom label on him.
I did.
And the Eagles notoriously hate the Cowboys, and you just fucking threw that fandom on him, and he didn't deserve it.
He gives me Cowboys fan energy. But you know what?
Listen, I don't know what that means. I'm you know what I mean? I'm just listening to you.
Those who know. I don't have to outright say it to really. I gotta see him. We might be partners. I don't want to trash talk my partner.
Right? You can't trash talk he's a Seahawks fan.
He's a Seahawks fan. I got no problem. I got no problem with that.
Who do you think he's rooting for, though? If you had to put a bet on it right now, I would actually bet he's rooting for the Chiefs.
Yeah. No, I actually think Eagles maybe.
You think so?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll find out.
I'll find out.
Please, burning question on Thursday when you come back. Please let us know who Pilot Pete is rooting for in
Little
the Super Bowl.
Cliffhanger here.
It is. It really is.
Really.
We'll be on the edge of our seat here.
It really will be. Either that or I just like Kirk Cousins, because I just feel like Kirk Cousins would also be really fucking good.
Oh my God.
At ping pong. Like I just feel like he's got that like quarterback dad energy where he knows his way around a ping pong table.
Can we just imagine you being paired up with Kirk Cousins for some ping pong on a Wednesday afternoon?
I know. It's
oh shit, that's funny.
So funny.
That's a funny visual. Well, I hope you have more stories on Thursday with more happening this week. I'm excited to hear.
I think so.
I won't have any good stories this week. I'll just be in the sun.
I need my friends to get here, because as of right now, I'm just really just lone wolfing it.
Yeah. I'll take that as you missed me. I'll take it as that. Yeah. Nice to hear. All right. Let's get into the rest of the show. We got some topics to talk about. We're going to be talking about Paige discussing the breakup with Craig on Giggly Squad. She is clearing it up. She's not going to let anybody smear her name. Kacey Musgraves clears up whether or not she was unhappy with Beyoncé taking home the win for the country album. Travis Kelce at Super Bowl Media Week. Obviously, have to talk about all the Taylor questions. Blake Lively thinks she got a win in the court hearings yesterday. Justin Baldoni's team says no, she did not. A little back and forth, of course. This is the way it's going to go. And Sabrina Carpenter is releasing a deluxe version of Short and Sweet featuring Dolly Parton, which is super, super exciting. And we have the popcorner, so let's get into the topics.
Chicks in the Office is presented by Truly. I got my bucket of Truly right here next to me. Truly is everywhere this week. We love that our show is sponsored by Truly now. See what we got in here. Ooh, a nice wild berry. This is one of my favorites. Get to Truly Wild Berry. Truly Hard Seltzer is surprisingly light, refreshing, easy to drink, delicious. It's only 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, and 5% ABV, made with real fruit juice. Delicious. This one is one of my favorites, the wild berry. I got the blueberry, strawberry, lime, cherry. So many delicious flavors. Check out Truly in a store near you, easy, or visit trulyhardseltzer.com. Like I said, so many delicious flavors. It is the official hard seltzer of Chicks in the Office. So we're pumped. I got all my Truly right here next to me, ready to go all week long, which is great. I think there's going to be some Trulies consumed this week. I think I can almost put that at a guarantee. So once again, guys, you can find Truly at a store near you or visit trulyhardseltzer.com.
So there has been a lot of discussion regarding Paige and Craig's breakup ever since Paige announced the breakup on Giggly Squad. People were running with all things all over the place. And then Craig made an Instagram story basically saying I guess he sort of worded as like he was blindsided, which I think everyone got confused about. They were like, wait, what? And just all these things have been spiraling week after week, new things about Paige and rumors and this and that and cheating on Craig. And it was time that she cleared it up, and she got on Giggly Squad and she said she did not emotionally cheat on Craig. She did not physically cheat on Craig. She did not mentally cheat on Craig, even if that's a thing. She said that her and Craig actually broke up Thanksgiving weekend, and Craig said to her that he was gonna, just for the next month in interviews, sort of like kind of not discuss the breakup and kind of pretend like they were still together. She was fine with it because it's, however somebody gets over the relationship. And then she noticed in December, like right after Christmas on his trip, she thought he was acting single. So she said, she texted him saying that she was gonna, talk about the breakup on Giggly Squad, and he never answered. So she talked about the breakup on Giggly Squad. And then, she felt like he could have kind of put those rumors to rest about the cheating, and he didn't really do that. And they just kept going and going, and more fire was being fueled to these rumors, and she cleared it up on Giggly Squad. And honestly, good for Paige for clearing things up. She probably wanted to keep a lot of these details private. Like, I'm sure her and Craig did not want everyone to know that it was Thanksgiving weekend when they had been keeping it quiet and whatever. But at some point, if people are going to keep, pressing you like this and keep going and going and going, she felt like she had to speak up for herself.
Right. This is exactly what she was trying to avoid when they did the Gilly Squad episode the first time, announcing when Paige let everybody know about the breakup. Really tried to keep it as like neutral as possible. Wasn't a lot of details that like anything went wrong or anything like that. It was just like, only trying to say positive things about him. And things have just kind of spiraled a little since then. Just like background wise, it has seemed like fans and the Bravo fans have kind of spun it against her a little bit. Of course, like the gigglers ride hard for Paige no matter what, as they should. And they're out here defending Paige. But, people see there's rumors of Paige, like there was a Dumois spotting of her with the guy in Miami. She was at the Eagles game with the guy. Like she's just living life. She's living her life, which she is allowed to do. She is single. She is allowed to go out. She's allowed to be seen on dates. That doesn't need she doesn't have like a brand new boyfriend. She's like, I'm single right now. And I'm sure she's going out having fun, going on dates as she should. She is single. But of course, once that happens, then the fans run rampant. Oh my God, was there cheating? Did she cheat? And there's all these cheating rumors that she did say, the other side didn't really like defend her in that way for any of these or speak up about it, which probably bothered her a little bit. I would assume. And honestly, I probably assumed that had a little something to do with with what Austin said on Watch What Happens Live when we were right there, and he said, I don't think those rumors are rumors. The way I grabbed your arm when he said that, I went, oh no.
No, seriously, I went, ugh, and I put my head in my lap. Like I was like so mad. I was like, why is he even saying this right now? Like,
I know. That was the one thing we did say to him after, because he's talking about the show, and I was like, you were doing so well until that one, I think.
It's like you didn't need to like feed into that. Like it was, unnecessary. And
right.
I think I honestly think Austin would have won people over if he said, hey, it's not my place to talk about it. One of my best friends and his girlfriend broke up and I don't really know what's going on. He could have just said that. But who knows? I mean, whatever. That I literally wanted to run out of the building. I was like, why? But I'm glad that Paige spoke up for herself and defended herself. There's only so much you can do up until a point where people are just like destroying your name and then you feel like you have to speak up about it. So I'm glad that Paige spoke up for herself. And I do think if they made that decision to not tell anybody for a month and Craig was going to continue on and Paige was just going to dispel rumors as well, and then they would talk about it openly when they decided, completely fine. But some of the things Craig was saying in interviews while knowing that they were broken up is also wild. You know what I mean? Like I don't know exactly what he said, but I think there were some things along the line that they were going to be together forever and stuff. And in the back of your head, you broke up. It's kind of wild to say.
Right. I wonder if there was,
maybe it's a delayed posting of an interview or something like that. That could be the case. But and I'm sure that's hard to dance around it too. You know what I mean? Like you kind of do, if you're going to act like you're still in the relationship, then you got to act like you're still in the relationship. But kind of a tricky situation there. But yeah, it sucks that this is happening now between the two of them, because when Paige spoke about it, it was like, no bad blood. Everything's good. The breakup happened. And then, of course, the freaking bad blood happens.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what, if Craig comments on it at all or not. I don't know. There's also a world where I'm very curious to see if there was any miscommunication. You know, maybe Craig was holding out hope of like, if it's not publicly announced, like maybe we'll work it out or whatever.
It's delusion.
And I like Craig does have a little element of delusion to him. Like it's so I don't think it's crazy to think that like if Paige was like, no, I broke up with him, and he was like, oh well, that maybe like just thinking like something else could have happened. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that happens a lot sometimes in a relationship when people end. One person is like, it's done, and the other person still thinks that there's, something or whatever, and there's not.
And especially with the public, like when you're both in the public eye, if everyone else doesn't know yet, maybe you're thinking, ooh, we'll see what happens. And then when Paige did announce it, it's like, oh, okay, it's like, now we're telling people and it's final. So I don't know. It sucks. I feel bad that Paige even had to like give more details about it because the first time it really felt like she was trying to go about it the best way possible, and she is going about it the best way possible. She explained herself, said what she wanted to say, and then like the rumor mill went crazy, and now she's like, well, I'm gonna stick up for myself and say whatever. And she was joking on Get This Wild. She's like, I'm talking about this one time and one time only on this podcast, and that's it. So just trying to dispel some of those rumors. And guys, like, we gotta lay off, because the Chicks to the Office listeners and the gigglers I find to have a very we're very similar. It's a good
I would like for there to be a crossover. You know what I mean?
And I would like to think there's a lot of crossover. I think that they're all great groups of girls.
I agree.
And I think they would very much understand, just like we do, that like Paige is now a single human being. She's a single lady. She can hit the town. She can go on dates. She can go on trips. She can do whatever the hell she wants, really.
Right.
And it's like, we don't have to. That doesn't mean that she was cheating on Craig. It's like she's moved on from a relationship. That's
it. Yeah, I'm so happy that Paige got on there and spoke about it and kind of was like, listen, and that's it. Like, I'm moving on from this. Listen up one time. I'm not talking about this ever again. We're moving along. Like, that's all she needs to do. She should live her life, continue to live her life. She's killing it right now in every aspect. It's like, just let her be. Just honestly let her be, and let Craig be as well. I just hope that people can sort of just let them both be at this point, Yep. I mean, they probably have their own things that they're dealing with behind the scenes, Paige being open about how she feels like Craig didn't like dismiss these rumors and, all of that. And then Craig probably feels some sort of way about something. You never know. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
I just hope people can let them be and stop going along with these rumors that she's a single girl and she's just living her life.
Totally.
Moving on. Beyoncé winning Best Country Album at the Grammys was controversial. Everybody has an opinion about it. People thought that Kacey Musgraves was sort of making a face when it was announced that Beyoncé won, but Kacey Musgraves has cleared that up with a statement.
Exactly. A rep for Kacey told E! News, it's a sensationalistic, false narrative meant to pit two talented female artists against each other. There was simply no scowl or expression made. And that's that. That is all that was said. I do think that they always nitpick the female's reaction more. Like, it's always, oh, she made a face. She made a face. Like, no, okay, she's got a face. Maybe it moved. Like, faces, And
also,
it's you don't have to just completely say that she's, oh my God, she must be furious about it. It's like, all right, no.
Right. And here's the thing. When we talked about it, I was like, hey, if I'm in that category, I may be a little upset. But that's really any category that you're in and you lose. You're probably a little upset that you lost. So Kacey Musgraves can be upset that she lost the award while also being happy for Beyonce. Those two things can exist at the same time. So, she probably wasn't like, it wasn't that crazy of a face that she made. She kind of was just like it was like a smile kind of, and not really a smile. Like it was a halvesies, and people ran with it and was like, oh my God, she's so pissed off.
Her face just moved, really.
It just moved. And I think, I also think it's okay to be upset if you lose something, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you are like pissed at that person and like are upset and don't think they don't deserve it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that it comes from like an immediate reaction, and people probably do have an immediate reaction, but then it's not like a place of, oh my God, she hates Beyonce. Like it's right. It's, people love to jump. It's like, oh, she must not have liked Beyonce's album. I also think that this specific category, and because it was Beyonce and because there's so much discourse around Beyonce winning country album and then album of the year and everything, that it is sensationalized because it is going to make headlines. It's like, it's just everybody's going viral on TikTok, or, oh, she didn't deserve to win that award and yada, yada, yada. So I think that they were just trying to jump on Kacey Musgraves being upset specifically for that category when, like, yeah, she worked hard. She put out an album. It was a great album. Loved Deeper Well. And she's probably, hoping for the best. And there's like a little part of you that goes, oh man, when you lose. But then you're like, oh, that's pretty fucking sick that Beyonce won this too. Like it really is. You're always going to be caught in the middle somewhere. But I hate when it's always just pulled off of a 2-second facial expression and not like no words were said. Like, she didn't, there was no reaction, no interview where she like said that, this, that, or the other thing. Literally a facial expression. So it was it's fair to have her silence that a little bit.
Right. And it's like, not like Kacey Musgraves was like, ugh, and rolled her eyes and like spit on the ground when Beyonce won. It's like she made maybe like an awkward smile. And that was really it. And she had to clear that up. But exactly. It is what it is. If you don't clear it up, then people are going to run with it. But I would say it's ridiculous. You even have to make a statement in that way anyway. But if she doesn't make a statement, then people run with it and they keep going. So there's really no winning there. Yep. But that's always going to be the case. People want to pit all of these superstar women against each other. It's just what they want to do.
The time is now, guys. We're down here right now in New Orleans getting excited for the big game. And maybe this is the time that you're thinking, you know what? I'm going to place a little bet. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to see what the action is all about. If you've ever wanted to bet on sports but didn't know how to, totally get it. How do you get started? How do you place a bet? Well, our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, are making it easier than ever. The NFL Super Bowl 59 is the perfect time to get started, guys. Here we are. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and select NFL. Select an option like TD scores, pick who you think will score, and place your bets. So if you're looking forward to the game on Sunday and you want to get in the action a little bit, touchdown scores is a great way to do that. Super easy. Maybe you just have a favorite player. You want to, place a bet that they're going to score a touchdown. That's all you got to do. And to make it even easier, new at DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CHICKS. That's code CHICKS for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
On theme for Super Bowl week, Travis being interviewed, questioned during media day. Lots of questions about Taylor Swift. But besides the Taylor Swift question, I do want to say I kind of loved how he was like, why are you guys leaning into this whole refs thing? Like, I thought, he was giving a little fire back. I'm like, I got no I got no dog in this fight. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not say something about the refs, Travis? But besides that, he was asked about Taylor a lot. He was asked who Scott Swift is going to be rooting for. He said he knows Taylor is going to be fully in support of the Chiefs. Not 100% sure about Scott, but we all know Scott's going to be rooting for her daughter's major athlete boyfriend. Like, let's be real here, you know?
Yeah, he did kind of say, like, I think he'll be in red, which is... Look, I get it. But really, just goes to show how deep the Philadelphia sports fandom goes. Some people it's stronger than others, and Scott Swift, sorry, he just doesn't have it. He clearly doesn't have the Eagles' heart. He just doesn't have it. Because let me tell you, you know who's probably never going to put on a Travis Kelce Chiefs shirt, no matter how much they're together or family. They're literally family. Kylie Kelsey's dad. I bet you he would never do it and has never done it. But and I think if I, fairy tale land made up reality, that's not the world I live in right now because I am married to a man that works in financial sales. And if I was married to an NFL player and the Eagles were playing his team in the Super Bowl, my dad would be like TPing my house in like green toilet paper. So that like he was like making a statement that, I just really giving it to him. So it's a different level. I get it. It's very nice. I think it's a show of support for Taylor and the relationship. And I think he's honestly fired up, and we've made this point before, and it is a little surface level, but I do think that it does apply a little bit, that Taylor's dated these like artsy fartsy music guys and like actors, and they're British, and they're just like Scott Swift's just like an salt of the earth guy, and I just can't imagine that there was a lot of things in common perhaps. And Travis comes along, and Scott's fucking pumped.
He's like, finally.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so excited. So, yes, I would expect Scott to be in his Chiefs best, rooting for Travis, in support of Taylor and their relationship and Travis, which is totally fine.
Well, to bring up your point, just go back a little second, where you mentioned if you were married in an alternate universe to an NFL player, and they were playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl, what would you do?
No, that's a good question. I would think that I'd have to support my husband.
Of course. Thank you. Thank God you answered it that way, because I actually got concerned for a second.
No. I certainly would. I wouldn't force it on any of my family members.
Right.
But that would be a funny dynamic. But
sure.
In that scenario, yes, you would. For me, yes. But yeah, no, I think my dad would actually be like, boo.
We would need a documentary of some sorts on that. That would be like a good little background documentary on a family divided. But
right.
More questions about Taylor to Travis during Media Week, which I think we talked about this last year, where it was sort of hit or miss. Like, I thought some questions, like I think the Scott question and the Taylor question is a solid question pertaining to the Super Bowl. Sometimes questions get asked, like, why are we asking Patrick Mahomes any questions? You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm like, but
about Taylor, you mean?
Yeah, but am I going to watch every clip? Yes. So they do know what they're doing,
Funny enough, NFL like the Media Week Media Day for the Super Bowl, it's such a free for all with the questions that are asked, like more so than anything of any press conference or any interview or whatever. It's like if you're looking for juicy these interviews, they'll throw out any question at these guys. I think somebody asked Travis when he was proposing. Like I think like it was, the gall. It's
out of hand. It's really out of hand.
I think he was like, what did you like to know? Like that was like there was like it's like, yeah, like it's just so, they really just fire
That's
these
a good
questions.
response.
they really fire these questions at them. That's like, whoa, like, okay. So yeah, he's hearing it from all sides right now about Taylor, but he did say.
And by the way, sorry, keep going.
No, go ahead.
No.
I was going to move on to the next question. So if you have something else to say about that.
Well, I just want to add to that because I did mention how like sometimes I think it's hit or miss. I think Taylor would agree with that. Like, this is nothing against Taylor, the questions being like, these are hit or miss. It's more like, I bet Taylor watching is like, why would they ask that about me? Like, this has nothing, like that sort of thing.
I think quite literally everybody's been asked about Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl too,
right.
which is why it's just like that's just the star power that she has. But Travis said that TTPD is his favorite album, which no shocker. He's gonna say that. He's like so high school. He's got the whole thing. He loves us and his songs. And he was also. It's also funny because people they're like, when's Reputation Taylor's version coming out? Like that's like the questions he's being asked at the media day for the Super Bowl, which he must just laugh at too. And he like kind of got a straight face and was like, can neither confirm nor deny this. Like, cause I have nothing to speak on when it comes to Reputation Taylor's version. So
right. They're like, they're not even make a little face to hint
exactly
to anybody.
Like they're
also
just
need
looking
to mention,
for any hint.
Love that she came out to So High School during the Grammys when she came out to present the Country Music Award.
Yeah,
she came out to So High School, and I thought on theme for the week about Travis. We got the tea, we got the red going. It's Chiefs week for her.
I was saying the other day to Sarah, I think, do you think there's any world where if she had won a Grammy, she would have announced a new album like she did last year? And like she just didn't win anything, so she didn't announce anything. And now she's like delayed the announcement or something, or changed the announcement.
No, I don't think so, actually.
I don't think so either.
Because I think she did it one time last year. I don't think she would do it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I also think that this may be silly, but I kind of feel like most artists have no clue how the night is going to go for them when they go into an award show like this. But Taylor, I feel like maybe she does. Like, I don't like the power of Tree Payne or somebody, there's whispers get to her of like what her chances are.
So you do think people know. So did you think Beyonce knew?
I don't know. Maybe, because then I just think it's so interesting. Like Beyonce shows up just before the awards and like I just feel like maybe not fully, but or maybe she's not told directly, but somebody in her camp, in her team is told to like, so we can make sure that she's on time, they're in the right spot, doing all these things. And then they're not, the artists themselves maybe is not told directly like, oh, you're going to win.
I mean, if someone on her team is getting told, she's finding out.
Well, I mean, sometimes people, you don't want to take that moment away.
It would be like, I guess, but I don't know.
Do you remember when we were at the People's Choice Awards?
I was about to say, like, if you guys were to win.
Tanya and Becca, their person knew.
Yeah.
And didn't tell them until we were at the table.
Yep. Now, granted, that was the People's Choice Awards, and
I know,
and not the Grammys. But I do think that in Taylor's world, in Taylor's camp, Tree Payne is like as powerful as it gets, and I just can't like. I could totally see her having some kind of inkling because they probably have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C that they can all lay out to Taylor of like maybe what this is going to happen, this is not going to happen. Because it's like I like when she does win and announces something new, that has to be some sort of plan,
You're
like
right,
it's like oh, if I win, I'm going to announce it because it's like. or it's all thought out already because like then the social media posts are ready to go up right away and do this and do that. And it's like
maybe
and
the
outfit sort of coordinated with it last year. There were a lot of things going on together last year. So I actually see your point with I could see them being like, hey, if Taylor wins, she's got a big announcement. So do you want to tell us? You want to give us a little sneak peek?
Or like using that to have them give her the win. Like, hey.
Well, I don't know if it's going to give her the win because it's not going to, you can't change people's votes, but.
Right.
Yeah,
but it's like, at least in a sense of, hey, like this is kind of what we have planned as far as how you're producing the show and whatnot. It's just like, if you want to give the publicist a little, like blink twice if you think plan A is the plan that we're going to go with. And I really do see a world where maybe they just don't tell the talent right away so that like the talent can have a genuine moment of winning and not knowing beforehand. But when there's big announcements and things like that planned, I can't imagine that there isn't like somebody or they're given a percentage or something of like, oh, your chances are looking good. Like, something like that.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good night for you. Wink, wink. Ooh, you're announcing something? Haha, maybe something else is going to happen. That sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling the tropical vibes while in Florida right now, even though it is the dead of winter. But tropical vibes can be served year-round with Rum Haven. Rum Haven is made with real coconut water and no artificial flavors or preservatives for clean and refreshing taste. You cannot beat the taste of real coconut water. It's delicious, clean, and it's refreshing. That is why Rum Haven tastes so dang good, everybody. Rum Haven believes that Mother Nature does it best, and that they do. That's why Rum Haven is crafted with premium Caribbean rum and real coconut water. To get the recipe for our little fall cocktail that we were drinking all tour long during the fall, you can find out where to pick up a bottle of Rum Haven and make this cocktail at rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice. Whether or not you were able to see us on tour, you could still drink with us and have a nice little fall, or now we'll call it a nice winter cocktail because we're into the next season. You can go to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice to get the recipe for the cocktail and find out where to pick up a bottle of Rum Haven for yourself. Well, moving on. The battle still continues between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. And now I'll say this. I read a lot of the website, the timeline. Man, oh man. These texts do not work in Blake Lively's favor. Okay? Mm-hmm. They really, really do not. I don't know what the fuck happened here. I don't know what happened here. Where did the switch flip? Like, that's what I want to know. Where did the switch flip that all of a sudden Blake Lively had a huge problem with Justin Baldoni? Because all of these text messages that she sent Justin Baldoni do not seem like she has an easy beatsy little bit of a problem with Justin Baldoni. It actually seems like she really, really likes him.
Mm-hmm. No,
it's crazy.
And Ryan too, for that matter. So I don't, it really, it's so crazy. You don't know. I can't believe we're just going to really continue to be digging into this for as long as another year. I was reading something that like the judge had said that they should move the trial up. I was like, yeah, fucking move the trial up.
Move it up.
Why do they want it to be a year away? I don't know. Whatever is happening. But yeah, it does seem like everything was niceties, so nice. I mean, Ryan's like, I admire you so much, Justin, like sending these texts. Ryan's, they have a very unique sense of humor. Ryan's always been kind of applauded for that sense of humor. And then when you like see it in writing, it doesn't come off as funny. Little weirder, I would say, for sure. But look, you can then you objectively could say, oh, well, the switch flipped because of what Blake is saying, that there was, something happened. But then it's like, it just really feels like every single thing that you like look at that timeline, Everything was hunky dory for a
listen,
long time.
This text from Blake Lively is insane. If you, I'm just skimming through it. I'm jumping to the line I think is insane. If you knew me in person longer, you'd have a sense of how flirty and yummy the ball busting would play. It's my love language, spicy and playfully bold, never with teeth. What?
You sent something like that to me the other day.
What? That is insane. Like, that is a crazy text. Never
It's
with
a crazy
teeth.
text. It's a crazy text.
What are you insinuating? Like, is that a blowjob joke?
Yeah.
It's just, there's just no reason to add. Every time I read Blake Lively's text, I'm like, who the fuck talks like this besides Blake Lively? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, these text messages are insane. And I could see now, like, I read most of that 168 or whatever page thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could see Justin being like, where the hell did this go wrong?
Yeah.
Because this woman is saying, oh, never with I mean, that's not even, like, all these text messages are crazy, but, like,
yeah.
what?
Well, it just really seemed like everyone was on the same page, and then they just weren't. And like the texts like take a shift to him talking to other people of like, I'm being boxed out and like all these things that are happening. But everything leading up to it, it was like so fine. But this is just what's going to continue to happen. I don't even really want to keep hashing it out, because it's like, I feel like at this point we just continue to be repetitive because we're working with, and while yes, there was a ton of new texts and new information and everything in the timeline, it's still a lot of it's a lot of information being pushed at us to read through. And then now they're having this hearing, and the hearing was on Monday. And this is just like, I think the perfect example of why this whole thing is just kind of like lunacy. I don't even know. It's just the first
Ludicrous? Is that the word?
Yeah, it's so these are two TMZ headlines. One is Blake Lively, Justin's claims are, quote, a sideshow. Can't wait to win in court. This one, Justin Baldoni, Blake, you got it all wrong. Judge didn't rule in your favor. So now it's crazy. Justin's camp thinks that Blake's living in a fantasy land, according to the first of what happened in the first court date. The Monday's hearing, apparently Blake's team thought they ruled in her favor, but Baldoni's side has a completely opposite takeaway. Sources close to Justin's team tell TMZ the judge did not rule in Miss Lively's favor. What they had asked of the court was a gag order for Blake not to be deposed by Brian, that's Justin's lawyer, and for the entire case to be dismissed against them. None of that happened. The source adds, therefore, the court did not rule in her favor. Private individuals have suffered hugely due to celebrity Miss Lively's vastly untrue claims, and they too are looking forward to their day in court to show the truth. Meanwhile, Blake's team did think that it was a good day, because they say that Blake is grateful for how this first hearing played out. Blake feels the judge ruled in her favor by tamping down on Justin's lawyer, Brian Freeman, warning him to quit making outlandish comments in the media that could potentially contaminate a jury pool. Of course, her lawyers have to abide by the same. And her team has called what Justin's been doing a counterclaim sideshow. Is just they think it's like a distraction tactic, and that she feels confident that when her information is shared in court that it will rule in her favor, basically. So
I don't know what sideshow she's talking about. Like,
well, I really think,
he's coming.
Blake and Ryan live in La La Land.
He's coming with hard, cold facts of like, look at our relationship and how she's speaking to me. Some may argue her texts are inappropriate.
Yeah,
I totally understand why he's doing this quote unquote sideshow she speaks of, because if she's gonna start claiming all these things towards him, he's gonna be like, listen up, lady. Here are all of our text messages in which you said all of these things to me. Like, I was blown away reading it. I really was blown away, and honestly, weirded out. We're dealing with a weird motherfucker on our hands because this shit's crazy.
No, Blake and Ryan have really got there. It's like, and it's crazy because, you know, they really made the first move in this, and God, it is not looking good for them at all.
None of
these correspondence, nothing you read, you're like, oh, like it really does not paint them in a great light at all. Oh my God, did you guys see the video that everybody thought was Ryan having called the paparazzi fake paparazzi, and they came out?
Yeah,
I'm convinced
everybody was holding the same poster, having him sign posters. They're all holding the same posters, and like nobody had their phone out filming.
Yeah,
it was
nobody
like everybody
asked any
just
questions about the case.
Yeah, everybody's just it's like signing Deadpool posters, but it was like all the exact same poster. And they all had tape like on the same places.
It was amazing. The comments were like, oh yeah, I always walk around with my Deadpool Wolverine poster. No, it's insane. And I have to say, as somebody who's talked about Ryan Reynolds' humor before not being my favorite, it now makes complete sense to me reading Blake Lively's text how her and Ryan Reynolds ended up together. Like, they have the same humor. I don't fucking know. I mean, shite.
I think that's why, look, at the end of the day, like, I think that's why in that 10-minute video when we watched them of Justin and Blake in the scene, and Blake was like, you know, we just talk, and it's like talking about her and Ryan, and some of these texts and the way their humor is, it's like, yeah, these two must not shut the fuck up with each other. They each think they're so fucking funny, you know?
They think they're the funniest people in the entire world. Yeah. So I saw people writing like, Blake Lively's never been told to shut the fuck up before. Yeah. Like, I can't get over a lot of these text messages. I just can't. I'm blown away by them. Seriously blown away. Yeah. Noah, what are your thoughts? You're giggling over there. I see you smiling.
No, I mean, I haven't read like any of it. Like, I've just seen some things on Twitter, but I haven't actually like done a deep dive, so I can't really speak on it. But from what you said, it seems crazy to me. I don't know how you
haven't been following then.
Yeah, I haven't been following, but it's like, I don't get how you can say it's a sideshow when you kind of like started this whole thing, and then he's trying to come with receipts, and you're like, oh, you're trying to distract. It's like, no, he's just trying to like clear his name, and like, so I don't know how you can just kind of be like, her trying to stop him from doing that seems kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
And it seems like the judge ruled in his favor for that.
He has to defend himself, you know? I don't think it's a sideshow when he's trying to defend himself. But anyways, moving on. Some exciting news. Sabrina Carpenter is releasing a deluxe version of Short and Sweet. Very, very excited about that. And featuring Dolly Parton, which she wrote on her Instagram. She was like, yeah, you read that right. And Dolly wouldn't want me to curse, but holy shit.
It's could not be more exciting because, Short and Sweet, fantastic album. It is short and sweet. So I will take a few more songs wherever she wants to release them. And it's now available for pre-order. I don't know if the date is... In her Instagram, she just said available for pre-order. So I don't know when the exact release date is. But the deluxe tracks, there are 5 deluxe tracks, which love that. So
Woo, snap applause, snap applause.
Yep. There's going to be a song called 15 Minutes. There's a Please, Please, Please featuring Dolly Parton.
Ah, yes.
Couldn't Make It Any Harder, Busy Woman, and Bad Reviews. Those are the last 3. So 5 new songs, hopefully coming out ASAP, because I think that's exactly what everybody needs a little taste of.
For sure. I cannot wait.
Do you think that these songs are like from her original recording, or do you think there will be any songs that she's recorded like somewhat recently and maybe that it'll allude to Barry or anything of that sort?
Good question.
Definitely possible.
It's kind of where my mind went with the Dolly Parton thing on Please, Please, Please.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she's like, Dolly Parton's doing a little like I told you so, a little snippet thing on Please, Please, Please. I don't know. Who knows?
Totally.
But I'm very, very excited regardless. I mean, hearing that Dolly Parton's going on Please, Please, Please is just incredible. I think that was, of the 2, Espresso and Please, 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 Please was my favorite. So I love that. I cannot wait for the deluxe version. And as we were talking, another Simple Favor was announced May 1st on Amazon Prime with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick.
Wow.
First comment is Blake going to keep Anna in the basement for the premiere? So you should know how this is going already. Although I'm excited for another Simple Favor because I did like the first one and love Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
But how is she going to do press for that?
That's exactly what I was going to say, Noah. I was like, how are they? It's like not even just her. It's like, how do any of them do? Like, it's all anybody's going to ask about.
Wear your lemons. Wear your best lemons.
Yeah. It's filmed in Italy. Filmed in Southern Italy.
Oh, shit. Well, back to Sabrina. Very excited about that.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it to come out. Wish it was out today, but I'm sure it'll be out soon. For the first time ever, the Challenge All-Stars is coming exclusively to MTV. But this time, there is a major twist. 13 all-star pair of rivals will need to work together to win together in MTV's The Challenge All-Stars Rivals. Ooh, love a rival season of The Challenge. That is right. 13 of the bitterest all-star pairs of rivalries in Challenge history are going to have to get along together if they want to win the title of All-Stars champion. We're talking exes, frenemies, and all-time worst enemies partnering up. This means it's going to be a fantastic season, and no other season has this much tension, drama, or bad blood coming your way. So don't miss MTV's The Challenge All-Stars Rivals, all new Wednesday at 8/7 Central. Watch on MTV. All right, let's get into the pop corner. Let's take your voicemails, your hot takes for the week. What do you guys got? Let's get into it.
Hey, Rhea and Fran. This is Ashton from Florida. My friend and I have been talking about this recently where we have noticed with some celebrities, they just really have that aura, and others, you might not recognize them just walking down the street if you didn't know them right off the bat. Do you guys have a celebrity that you've been around that just like really had that aura, that it factor that you could just tell? And if so, I want to hear about it.
Should we say Noah Centineo in honor of Noah talking about Noah's aura?
I mean, there's been so many.
So many.
They're really, famous people are famous for a reason. I would say a majority of the time, someone walks in a room and we're like, yep, checks out. They have that presence. To be honest, you know who I felt it with recently? And we've been with her and seen her so many times. But Nikki Bella doing the trader stuff, like she walked in the room and I was like, oh my, like superstar. Sometimes you just feel it.
You read my mind.
Yeah.
The amount of times I couldn't stop telling Nikki Bella how fucking good she looked. Like I couldn't get over it. Like just everything about, and the way she talks, she's so comfortable and confident and cool. Totally has that aura. You're right. I think a lot of people have the aura, some more than others. Like I'm trying to think if anyone's come in where I've been like, not so big of an aura there.
And sometimes it's a personal preference. Like, was I rendered speechless for minutes after James Marsden left the studio the first time we met him? Yes.
Yes.
But the whole group didn't feel that way. But there are some people, but it's like there are some people where everybody feels it.
Right. James Marsden, no, I couldn't get on board with that one. Josh Duhamel,
Yeah.
well, I was so on board for that one, and the entire office was on board with Josh
Yeah.
Duhamel. Like
Yeah.
that, his aura hit like waves through the office. That was crazy.
What about Ashton Kutcher? Did he do it for you?
I
There was something about him that like
I don't
maybe he
know.
didn't have like
I
the
didn't
charisma, but he did
Yeah, I wouldn't
have that like A-list like aura.
no,
I
there's
didn't
something
feel
yeah.
as though he had
Yeah.
that strong of an aura that I felt when he left, like a shockwave hit my body, like Josh Duhamel.
For sure.
You know who does
For
Andy
sure.
Cohen? In my mind, when he walked in, I was like, "Damn, that's Andy Cohen."
No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
for sure. When he
Totally.
came in,
No, he definitely does. He definitely does. Rhea and I saw Paris Hilton at a restaurant the other night. Same kind
yeah.
of thing. Like
aura on a billion.
Noah
Like,
was there. Noah was there too.
Noah was there too. Noah saw Alec Baldwin the other night at the restaurant before I got there.
Yeah, he gave me a nice smile.
Oh, that's
He,
nice.
he was like,
You don't hear that often about Alec
no,
Baldwin.
you really
yeah,
don't.
I was like this.
His reality show's coming out soon. With all the kids.
Oh my God! Yes,
On TLC.
Right.
I know. I
forgot
said I
that
was like,
was happening.
Damn, I wish they were filming or something.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm trying to think about.
I mean, Drew Barrymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Maren Morris smelled really good. I remember that because I remember complimenting her perfume.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Priyanka Chopra the first time she came into the old office. That was like another one of those.
Huge.
So true. She did. She also had a major like famous person aura.
Yeah, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, really. It's
Some more speak out than and Noah Centineo recent
Yeah.
bias, but he did too, for sure.
For sure.
And look, Noah goes silent.
Hey, listen, he didn't do it for me.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Hey, Rhea and Fran. This is Becca. And first of all, I just want to say how much I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thanks, Becca.
I guess my question is kind of a TV question. I want your guys' take on, I have never watched The Real Housewives, like any of the seasons, and I'm on maternity leave, and I really want to jump into it. And I want to know what your opinions are of all of the series and which one you think I should start first and why, and like the order I should watch them all in, because I have a ton of time right now. So, yeah, that's my question. Thanks.
Good question.
My recommendation would be in this order from the beginning. New Jersey,
Yes.
1.
Yep.
And if we're starting all the way from season 1 and you're making through to, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you're going to binge an entire franchise,
Jersey.
I would go Jersey 1, New York, I'd maybe go Jersey, Beverly Hills, New York. I'm sure people would I know like Atlanta is in there. I've jumped in and out of Atlanta. Orange County I've actually really never watched, so people may want to put Orange County in there somewhere. I'm sure Orange County's probably
Potomac.
Orange County's probably pretty high on a lot of people's lists. But if we're talking where to start, like first Housewives to jump in to experience Housewives for the first time ever, I'm going Jersey.
Mine is a solid, not wavering whatsoever. It is Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah.
That is what introduced me to the Housewives world. And there is nothing like those beginning seasons of Jersey. That is a must.
Absolutely.
And then I think if you go into Beverly Hills, then you can jump into Vanderpump too if you haven't gone there as well. So that's why I think Beverly Hills is a good one, because then you get introduced and
and it's
that's kind of how they got into Vanderpump. The first episode ever, Vanderpump led from Beverly Hills right into Vanderpump.
Yeah. And I think it's a good jump to New Jersey and Beverly Hills too, because it's just like they're such different groups of women.
So different. Couldn't be more different.
So yeah,
but both amazing drama.
I wish you luck, girl. Enjoy. This is the time to do it, because this is the time to be able to experience those early seasons for the first time again. Congratulations.
Right. Take in this special moment and really pat yourself on the back here.
Yep.
Hi, Rhea. Hi, Fran. Hi, Noah. I just have a question, and I'm going to share my opinion as well, but I would like to know your takes on this. So my first, or my only question is, which actor do you think is the most versatile? Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell, or Jason Bateman? Like,
Ooh.
who's good in both a drama and a comedy? Like, I think Steve Carell's great, and I love Bryan Cranston, but strictly in a drama role. Whereas I think Jason Bateman, like, kills it in both. So that is my question. Can't wait to hear what your responses are. Love the pod.
My answer is going to be
It's
Jason.
a thoughtful question.
It is a thoughtful question. I like the question a lot, and I think we can have more of those questions with other actors and actresses. My answer is going to be Jason Bateman, though.
I think I would go Steve Carell.
I feel like I've only seen Steve Carell in a serious role for the morning show.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Short, he was really good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
There's a couple other
like Foxcatcher. He was very
Yep. I just think also like his comedy is more.
Has Jason Bateman been in a lot of serious roles outside of the show
Ozark?
Like, I'm trying to think. What else has he done? I'm not an Ozark
I mean,
guy,
he just played that villain in the Netflix movie.
Oh,
with
true. Yeah, he was good. He was good.
Yeah. No, I mean, Jason Bateman's a fantastic actor. Like he can really he can totally do it all. It would be. I would put Jason Bateman up there as well. Bryan Cranston is a little different for me. Just I really have not like seen a majority of Bryan. Like never watched Breaking Bad. Never watched Malcolm in the Middle. Those are probably his two biggest things.
Same. I agree with that. I really enjoy Jason Bateman's delivery. I think that's why I'm leaning towards Bateman there. That's a good question.
I feel like you guys aren't like as big of Office people as a lot of people are.
Yeah.
And I'm not an Office person. I do enjoy The Office, but I'm just not as big on it as other people.
Yeah.
Hi, Rhea and Fran. I'm hoping you can answer this question for me. Whatever happened to Kim Kardashian and her law degree? Did she finish? Is she a lawyer now? Is she still studying? I know there's pictures of her walking around with highlighters and notebooks, taking notes. I'm not sure. I'm confused. I don't know if there's been any news about it or if you guys have heard anything. Please enlighten me because I'm so curious. It was everywhere and then nothing. I'm curious if you guys know. Thanks. Bye.
That is a really good question that I do not know the answer to, so I'm going to Google it live right now. Kim Kardashian law degree.
She passed, because I was like, did she pass the bar? She passed the baby bar, which is the one we saw her do in the show. That was in 2021. But she has not yet passed the California General Bar exam. Yeah. Is what this says.
Yeah. So she has not yet completed her law degree or passed the bar exam, so she is not licensed. She is studying law through a program called Reading the Law, which involves working with practicing lawyers and studying legal texts. So
it looks like she's pushing back taking the bar until 2026.
She's got to get that study in because she failed the baby bar 3 times. And then, she did pass it. Yeah, she ended up passing. Did pass it. So maybe she's just looking for a little bit more time to make sure she passed the big thing.
It looks like she's she's been so busy she hasn't really had that much time to study after that. So it's like it looked like she was going to take it this year, but it now looks like she may push it to next year because she has a new legal show that's also coming out next year. And she said she wanted to pass it before that was done or coming out. So I think that's probably where she's at. I mean, it was such a big focus and they talked about it on the show so much, but as you can see, she's been doing 9 million other things. So
yeah, fair question though. Fair question because it's kind of been like it was such a big thing, and then it's like, well, then what happened?
Got a tattoo.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, wait, what happened to that? But I think she's still working on it.
Yep, definitely.
All right, last question.
Hi, Rhea, Fran, and Noah. So my hot take is that I cannot stand when people put music on their Instagram posts that aren't a video. I literally loathe it because you're just scrolling and you're going to try to see who's tagged in a photo and then boom, It's like you're smacked in the mouth with a unwarranted Luke Combs song. And it's like, especially when you're trying to scroll and be quiet, like sleeping next to your husband, and then it's just like, boom. And it wakes the whole house up. I hate it. I literally hate it. I think it's the worst thing to ever have on Instagram. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Honestly, love the opinion, like having a strong opinion on it. I've definitely been on both sides of this, where I have been scrolling and somebody's song just starts blasting and I'm just like, okay, god damn, I didn't need Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Like, it's always Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
They just want to have fun.
Yeah, it's just when you're I think I may have posted one with Girls Just Want to Have Fun playing
A solo picture?
Maybe not a solo picture, but I've definitely put a song on. I've done it before, is what I'm saying. So I've done it. I've been annoyed by it, but I have definitely also done it where I've posted pictures and put a song attached to it for sure.
I have never posted a picture and attached a song. I have done a video with a song. I feel like that's different.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think she's talking about pictures with a song.
Right. People are trying to liven up their pictures. I don't think it needs the song.
I
think a video needs a song. I do not think the pictures need a song. I agree with this take.
I think that's what she's saying. It's like, right, know what you're signing up for when you scroll the video.
Right.
Here's I put on the Instagram post of the pictures announcing the tour in the fall. I did put Miley Cyrus GNO on the pictures.
We'll give that a pass because you were trying to invite the ladies out to our show.
Right.
You wanted the girlies to show up to the show.
Exactly.
And you're like, hey, it's going to be a girls' night out.
That was the vibe I was going for.
We'll give a pass there, but if it's just, you know.
Thanks.
And, I'm giving a pass to you because, I'm being nice, but I think
that's the only time I've done it.
I think I agree with this take. Now, I don't loathe it. But do I mute it as fast as humanly possible? Absolutely. I'm muting it as fast as I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then it opens up the whole thing. Then I'm getting everybody's song. Sometimes you close out and it doesn't stop playing. And you're like, shut it off.
Have you guys, with the new update, have you noticed, I don't know if it's just me, Instagram stories now automatically play audio no matter what? Like you used to have to have already turned an audio on in Instagram. Now, no matter what, the audio is playing on every story I look at, and it's really annoying.
I have not had that.
I was going to say, I don't know if I've noticed that.
Yeah.
My sound's on mute and it hasn't happened yet. Please don't let it happen. I don't want that to happen. I don't want the sound automatically. I watch TikTok without sound majority of the time, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, I will say.
Or it's like either very low or no sound at all.
Yeah.
I get a lot of
do you
text.
just read?
I get a lot of
read
text
the closed
over
captions?
TikTok. Yes, I do. It depends. It depends on what time of the day it is.
Yeah, fair, very fair.
But sometimes that sound is just not very necessary.
Fair. No, I will say I do feel that is fair.
Yeah, fair point.
Not every picture needs a song attached to it.
You know what I think? If you want to put a certain song on your Instagram post, you should make that a slide. Just make a picture of the song you want as the last slide of that post. That's actually a cooler way to do it than to have it playing on every single thing.
Honestly, that's a good way to be here's the vibe of the post.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know the vibe of the post, but you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to listen.
Yeah, if you want to go
listen to.
Yeah.
If you want to look at this picture and go to your Spotify at the same time and listen to the song, there you go. So you can set the tone for yourself.
That'll be Noah's next post.
Oh, that's his next post.
I've done it before. I think when I went to Montana, I think I included in my Instagram post a picture of John Mayer, his album standing in Montana. That's the vibe of the post.
For sure.
But I don't want to force that on anyone.
No, that'll be a Wednesday night post from Noah, some sort of picture with a song to promote today's episode. Mm-hmm. All right, that wraps up the Pop Corner. The start of the new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. Start of the new year, I said to myself, I gotta clean these things up, find out what I'm subscribed to that I didn't even know I was subscribed to, and I did that with Rocket Money. Rocket Money has a ton of great features, and thanks to Rocket Money, goals feel achievable. They show you all of your subscriptions right in one place, like I mentioned, and help you easily cancel ones that you forget that you've been paying for. We've all been there. Oh my God, God, I've been paying for that for years. I didn't even know. Rocket Money is here to help you out with that. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of 500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. So cancel your unwanted subscriptions and your financial goals faster. Reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/chicks today. Once again, that's rocketmoney.com/chicks. That wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. Good luck to Francesca in Battle of the Paddles. And we will talk to you guys on Friday. Love ya. Bye.